Job, career challenges, personal problems, relationship issue. When AI can't solve your problems, try a human approach. Ayyo, contact Loy Machedo.
All right, guys, this is the final part of the video series. The biggest mistake I made when pursuing my dream. It's on the playlist. The video links are given below part 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was pretty surprised that it came down to 4 or 5 series. By the way, this is one of those videos where you have to just relax, listen when you're doing something, either in the gym or you're doing the dishes or you're just lying down or driving, because this is not one of those listicles that, oh, these are the 10 points for success, point number 1, point number 2. This is the story of my life, which if I have to really give justice to it, I have to really sink into it. I have to really express the emotions. And some of the most touching stories came out through this, which I never expected. Seriously, I didn't have an agenda. The one that the Muslim, Keralite Muslim, he gave me food to eat, and you saw in the video that I cried. This was not planned out. I didn't plan out that I would relive that moment. And I did relive. And I just cried. And some of you cried with me. So, and then I spoke to you about the gentleman who gave me, I'm penniless, I'm homeless, I don't even have food to eat. And he gave me up to 200,000 dirhams, AED, to help me start my career, my education, my training. He didn't take a single penny from me. And I told him, when I was asking people money, can you give me something, even $50, $100 to buy food to eat, a plate of rice or a bottle of water. And, there were a few generous people. The funny thing is, the people who, the people I knew, the people who are part of my community, the Christian Catholics, the friends, they didn't offer anything. It is strangers, just total strangers. Maybe because I was a pain in the ass, and maybe people who know, oh, this guy's an asshole. Yeah, don't help him at all. So, but the ones who helped me really changed my life, and I'm forever grateful to them. But remember, my pitch that I made to these CEOs or these rich people or the people who wanted to help was, I want to do my certification. I want to do my coaching, credentials to start my career. If you're confused what I'm talking about, just check the playlist, part 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one is part 1 is 36 minutes, part 2 is 31 minutes. The most emotional one about that, the part I cried, was 48 minutes. And the one that I spoke about, getting 200,000 dirhams for free, that was 1 hour. So this will most probably be the final episode. It'll be the final episode. So just grab your popcorn or whatever, sit and listen. This is not a video for virality. It is a video to touch people's lives and for it to be real. Okay. So where I finished in the last episode was unknown angels coming and saving my life. Unknown angels. By the way, let me just give you a perspective. What is the time? It's 5:13 in the morning. It's Saturday. It's Sunday, September 7th. I don't know. You can see it. Wait, let me check. Can you see it on camera? Sorry. It went, yeah. Sunday, September 7th, 5:13 in the morning. Yeah. And if you notice, I'm wearing the loose shirt. The shirt, by the way, I think 8 or 9 years old, man. This is when I was 125 kilo. I used to wear the loose shirts. Some of them come up to my knees. That time I was 125 kilo, fat guy. Now I just checked my weight today. I'm at 70 kilos. Yeah. Okay. So coming back to the story. Mm. Um, so now here's a scenario. Okay. There is a Keralite Muslim who I don't know. I just met. He gave me food to eat, and he said, "Whenever you're hungry, you come here. I'll give you food to eat." Just out of the blue, the same time, the same moment, uh, uh, Georgian, I think Georgian or Christian. His name is George, anyway. Orthodox Christian. I'm not too sure. Out of the blue, he just parked his Pajero, came out of the car, and said, "Hi, Loy, and big fan of yours. You're in Toastmasters, public speaking. What are you doing here?" And then when I told him I needed a place to stay, kind of explained my situation. Immediately he offered me the place to stay, and it was at this next to the same building. So it's like you have these gurus who tell you about manifestation and the universe comes together. Some people are saying, "Oh, see, Jesus was there for you. Jesus, God was there for you." Yeah, when I was getting raped and molested as a small baby child, where was Jesus that time? So, selective bias. God is there for me. When things are going well, God is there for me. When things are going bad, God is testing me. Anyway, religious people, have it both the ways. I hate it when if something good happens, they take credit for it. So I put them in their place. Anyway, so Muslim guy helps out of the blue, Kerala Muslim. Indian Orthodox Christian out of the blue gives me a place to stay. The guy who gives me 200,000, he's actually, I think he was agnostic or atheist. He never told me his religious affiliations, but I think he was agnostic. He is a Hindu. He's a Hindu, Malayali Hindu, yes. Malayali Hindu, I think so, yeah. All right. So, and he didn't give me the 200,000 dirhams cash down payment. He told me, "I'll give you bits and pieces." And thanks to him, I was able to buy the iMac. Not the brand new second-hand piece. I went to Jay Motwani. I think someone told me he is Gujarati. That's a Gujarati name. He's an amazing guy. He's in Mumbai right now. He closed down his business. Okay. So here I have the iMac second-hand, and I'm sitting in a room. There's that AC is there. There's no music. I'm not feeling like listening to music. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this, typical iMac. You can check your Gmail account. Nobody's sending you any email. So there was no Google Docs that time, by the way, FYI. There was no Google Docs. And he had installed all the programs, pirated ones, because, I didn't have the money for original. And anyway, I've been using pirated software my whole life until then. Now I can afford to pay some of them. Not, I think all of them, yeah. I don't use any pirated software unless, of course, it's an old movie that I want to stream. See, I'm admitting my faults. Or YouTube also has nice movies. Anyway, sorry, I'm going out of the point, digressing. So here I am looking at the screen, this Gmail account. Facebook, though, I'm not in a frame of mind because everyone whom I knew, who I asked for help, nobody wants to help me. I'm looking at my phone. If I had, for example, 1,000 people, hardly, I think 2 or 3 are taking my calls, or maybe 4 or 5. And now I have someone who has given me the money to start my coaching program, the certification. Now, what do I do? Now, obviously, I told you, I wrote on that sheet of paper. Where's my sheets of paper? Yeah. This is the other sheets of paper that my daughter uses, but I use it. So you can say, yeah. I had written down, I'm going to go to Tony Robbins. I will ask Tony Robbins to help me for free, if possible. If not, give me a discount, which they never give. I'm trying to recollect. Okay. So I go to his website. The Tony Robbins. Let me check. It's still there. Tony Robbins website. It's, I think, more or less the same. The official website of Tony Robbins Personal and Business. It's more or less the same, even if you check it now. Oh, okay. Now it is slightly different. They have put Tony Robbins in the front. Before it was not there. He has changed his website. Okay, so that time it was slightly different. There is a tab which is all the programs or coaching. Okay, all the programs. Sorry, in all the programs there is. Okay, now he has changed it. He has made it very colorful, and a lot of stuff has changed. Okay, so those days they used to be all the coaching programs, and you could buy a whole set of CDs, DVDs. I don't know if DVDs are still being sold. So he had multiple programs like he has here. And I'm not too sure. I'm being honest with you. I'm not too sure. Yeah, in the shop, there was a shop where now you can have digital programs on your smartphone. That time it was not there. So he had the books, CDs. I like physical books. So I selected all the books that I wanted. I selected all the coaching material I wanted, everything. I'm not sure how much it cost me. I'm being very transparent and honest. I'm not sure how much it cost me, but I think it was 80,000 dirhams, 80, which is not a small amount for all the coaching programs, for all the books. 80,000, I think, is AED to USD. I'm checking today, AED to USD. So if it was around 80,000 dirhams, must have been 85. It's around 21,000 US dollars. And for a guy who doesn't have money to buy $1 bowl of rice, $80,000 was quite a bit. So obviously, I have to ask 80,000 dirhams. I have to ask Mr. Arun Shekhar. After I found out everything, and I told Mr. Arun Shekhar that I'm not going to take all the money at once. I will try to get it at a discount. And he appreciated. He said, good. See what discount you can get. Okay. And he also told me if they want a letter from our side that you're not lying about your situation, if you want someone to stand as a guarantee, I can arrange that. Because, anyone can claim anything. Okay. So after I found out how much it was, I found out that there was customer care or customer service. Like I told you, I'm going through memory now. I got the email, and before I send the email, I've always followed this policy. First, I jot down what do I want? How do I tell it to them? And why should they listen? Because always remember, you can tell them what you want. Everyone tells them what you want. But then, what are you trying to tell them? Why you, like, if you don't want a discount, if you just want to buy, listen, I want ABCD. That's it. Buy. Thank you. But now if you're going to tell them that I want ABCD, but I want a discount, they'll be like, why the hell should I offer you a discount? So that why should be there. And I took that sheet of paper, even though I have the iMac there. I took the sheet of paper and I took the pencil or the pen, whatever, and I wrote down, okay, these are the courses that I want. This is how much it'll cost me. Now, I want it for free. But why should he give it for free? Why? You have to be very practical. You can't think emotional, please, sir. And like people send me email, oh, my mother's dying, my father's dying, please, sir, I'll work for you. I will, do whatever you want. And that is the lazy man's approach. So even though I was going through a tough time, my senses were in place and I knew that I had to be very practical. Okay. So here I wrote down, I want all this. I'm asking him for free. But why? I put why. Why should he give it for me? Who the hell I am? I can be a fraudster. I can be whatever. Okay. And I can't give my whole life story. Nobody has time to read it. So first I said, okay, let me jot down whatever is up here. Let me put it here. And these are points that will really help you in your life, by the way. You have to empty your mind. You have to empty your brain so as to think clearly. So I jot down all the points. Okay. I was always a fan of Tony Robbins. The first book, Think and Grow Rich. No, sorry. The first book was Unlimited Power and Awaken the Giant from Within. I read it at the age of 16 when I was in India, Bangalore. I read it, underlined it, how it changed my life. Okay, I wrote that. Then I wrote down, I always loved reading his books. I never thought coaching was my line of work. I tried things, I failed in things. Okay, why do I want to do his coaching program now? What happened? Why I don't have the money? I had a proper career. I had money that time. Why didn't I pay him money when I had money? You see, because many people, when they write to me, they say, oh, Loy, I'm going through a tough time. Please help me, Loy. When I ask them, what is the kind of job that you want? I want $10,000 minimum salary per month. And then you begin to think, the guy wants $10,000 minimum salary per month. That means he was earning good money. You must have gone, business class, enjoyed good holidays, gone to nightclubs, bought the most expensive smartphones, gadgets, stayed in a premier place like Dubai, not in a cheap area. When you had money, you didn't take my service. You enjoyed life. And now you spend all the money. And now you're suffering. And I have to bear your cross. I have to bear your suffering to make sure that you don't suffer so that you can go back to having a good life. Doesn't make sense, right? So why the fuck should I help you during your bad days when during your good days you didn't benefit me? During my bad days you didn't benefit me. You enjoyed your life. And, now that you're paying the price for your stupidity, ignorance, or mistake, I have to suffer for you? Why? So I put myself in the same shoes and I said, why would Tony Robbins help me when I had money? I didn't buy his program. Now that I'm in need, I'm asking him, you suffer. Let me benefit from you. So I jotted that also down. Okay, why should Tony Robbins help me when I was of no benefit to him? I wrote it down. I had to be practical. And I wanted it to be sincere. I didn't want it to be fake. So I wrote down, I said, I honestly, I put it down on the paper. I said, was a total asshole. And I use this language. I didn't put it like I was lost. I went the wrong way. No, I put it raw. I said, I was an asshole. I let success and money get to my head. Women, this thing. I thought I was invincible. I pursued my dream without a strategy, without a backup plan. So I wrote down everything. After I wrote down everything, I think it was 5 papers, A4 size. I think one side. I didn't use both the sides, so it's easier. And after I emptied everything out, I was like, okay, now nobody has time to read 5 papers. And remember, this was a time there was no Grammarly, there was no Chat GPT, there was nothing. And I had to use my own skills of writing to compress bullet points, 4 pages. bullet points. I had to compress it down to a small email and make it to the point and get to the point and convince, not just convince them, tell them this is who I am, this is, what I want. So I think it took me a whole day of writing, rewriting. I kept typing. Okay, doesn't look this thing. It's, I think, 6 or 8 pages. Uh, the font I used to use those days was Verdana. Verdana is a sans font, which is very easy to read. Okay, so I think it was 6 pages, brought it down to 4 pages, brought it down to three, brought it down to two. Remember, I'm compressing it. I'm just getting to the point. Every time I write it, that is why I tell people don't use AI, don't use ChatGPT, exercise these muscles. And because I was constantly reading and practicing the art of word editing, okay, this 2 lines, do I need 2 lines? Can I make this into 1 line? Okay, these are the 5 lines. 6 lines. Can I bring it down to 3? Okay, the guy is busy. He will not have time to read 5 lines. Can I bring it down to 3? Can I bring it down to 1? And it should not lose its essence. So finally, it came down to 1 page, and many a times I had to take a break. I had to get up. I was like, oh, I can't see the screen. Go for a walk. And down that cafeteria guy was there. He would see me, and he asked me, like he would ask me, like, do you want something to eat and all that. I would just ask him for kadak chai, the tea. Hey, he would give me the tea. He asked me juice, anything. I said, no, doing some work. Just drink the tea, sit down there, let some fresh air. It's like when you're studying for exam, you need a break. I would just close my eyes and just let my mind go blank. And then, slowly go up and look at the screen again. I think I finished a whole day. My mind was completely, I was just in, like, what do you call the creative block. By the way, I did forget to tell you that by this time I had already contacted SSY, Siddha Samadhi Yoga. I highly recommend you try them. It is a uh, Hindu yoga kind of a thing, but they are a non-profit. Unbelievable, man! Unbelievable. They do so much of good for others. I know you must be surprised that I'm endorsing them. I'm telling you, really, they didn't take any money from me when I told them I didn't have the money. It's called the science of silence. The science of silence. Like, they encourage you to meditate with silence. No om, no God, no making a finger like this. Sit in silence. It's called the science of silent yoga or silence yoga. SIDDHA, Siddha Samadhi, SAMADHI, Samadhi Yoga. Amazing people, yeah, amazing. And they taught me how to be silent. They taught me how to not think anything. And they would make me eat uncooked. Remember, uncooked fruits and vegetables. They don't believe in cooking. They believe your body can heal. And many people who have had cancer, diabetes, blood pressure, all elements have been healed. By the way, I also recommended it to my ex-boss, who I left now to pursue my dream. And I was in touch with him because I was still under his visa. I needed his visa for some time. So, yeah. So I used to sit and meditate. I used to sit quiet. I was teaching myself. By that time, because of the number of times I used to meditate, to avoid depression, to avoid, when you're going through a tough time, now, you're under a lot of stress, you're very worried, you can't think clearly. So I used to sit, like, think, for example, I'm alone in this room, which I am. There's no friends, there's no call, there's no music. I'm tired after writing down. So what I do is, this is actual, this is real. This is not fake. Computer is on. I would put it on sleep mode. Okay, I'll tell you how I used to do. Okay, I saw the screen. I know that I want to compress this email in smaller, and my mind is in a creative block. I would put it in mute. I would put it, sorry, in sleep mode. Put my phone uh, in airplane mode so no calls would, wake me up. And I'd put alarm for sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes, sometimes 1 hour. Remember, I was a guy who couldn't sit still for 30 seconds to 1 minute. When you try to meditate first, when you try to go into that silent nothingness, it's called nothingness. Try it. When the minute you close your eyes, you'll think, oh, what about that? Oh, I'm supposed to do that. Oh, I'm hungry, man. Oh, I'd like to eat something. Oh, what about thirsty? I can just drink a water. Hey, it's scratching. Yeah, it's itching. Oh, let me sit proper. Should I put my hands like that? Your mind just goes 100 places. And then you begin to think, okay, am I still in the meditation mode? When do I want to go? It's like you're trying to sleep. Your mind is racing. Your mind is going mad. Especially if you have ADHD like me. It was so hard initially. To meditate, even a few minutes was such a pain. Yeah, it was like sitting on pins and needles. But Siddha Samadhi Yoga, they have these programs, 1 day, 3 day, 7 day. I'd been to multiple programs of theirs and they didn't take any money from me because I didn't have any. I told them. They said, no need to pay. There was a Guruji, nice guy, very nice, very calm. I even made a story of one of his life lessons he taught me. Amazing guy. He was my age, but he was so deep, yeah. And then they make you sit in the yoga pose, which is so difficult, because I was stiff. Remember, I was 125 kilos those days. It's okay. So I put the iMac in sleep mode, sat down, chair like this, think plastic. I close my eyes. Phone is airplane mode. I would put it at 1 hour because by that time I had trained myself. And I just close my eyes, sit. See, right now when I'm doing it now, I can feel my heartbeat. Because I've had espresso, I can feel it's beating. I can feel my head throbbing. It's so funny. I can actually feel the blood being pumped this way. My heart kind of palpitating. I can feel a little bit this way. I can feel my head throbbing. Okay. Now, as I sit down more, I can slowly feel even my. See, now when I open my eyes, no, just now, seriously, this is all live, this is not planned. When I opened my eyes just now, I felt as if I just woke up from sleep. Seriously, it was like very heavy in my eyes. Because in these few seconds that I was talking to you, I was going deeper and deeper into, like this, the state of trance and all that. I don't want to make it sound very woo scientific and deep and all. I'm just telling you as it is. Actually, it's kind of clashing because I'm having an espresso which is supposed to keep you awake and increase your heart rate. That is, I'm feeling the heart rate, and I'm trying to meditate. So I'm feeling sleepy now. So I need to get out of this. Okay, so if you really do the Siddha Samadhi kind of meditation proper, there's no holy chant, there's no religious nothing. It's just silence, it's just nothingness. I'll tell you, you'll just click of a finger, not joking, click of a finger, you'll zone out. You'll not even remember. You'll not even recollect. Like I'll tell you, when I used to do that, I just close my eyes. Then when you wake up, you're like as if you just had a dream or something. You just wake up. And I would wake up and I think like, I'm still not getting into the state of trance, like, what the hell? Like, and I try to go back again. And remember, I'm sitting like this, and when you go down like this, you wake up. And here's the funny thing. Suddenly, when I would be like, am I actually going in a state of trance? Am I not? I'm not sure. And thankfully, it was all quiet, that place where I was staying, like how it is now. Okay, now it's night. That's why everyone's sleeping. Even if there is noise, by the way, advanced level meditation guys, even if there is noise, a fire brigade going, people talking, you'll go into a state of trance. You'll do it because you've trained your body and mind. Here's the shocking thing. When I do that and I suddenly wake up and I'm not able to go in a state of trance. And when I turn the phone, remember the phone, which was, sorry, remove the cable. The phone, which is, okay, now you can see 5:39. I would not keep it this way. I would keep it the other way. Like, okay, here you're facing it. I would keep it like this. So I don't get to see the time. I don't distract myself. So I'd keep it the other way around. And I would go into this, try to go into state of trance. And then I'll be like, man, I'm not able to go. And then when I turn my phone, 35 minutes are gone. I'm like, what? Like I thought I was struggling. I thought I didn't go in a state of trance, but lo and behold, I did. And then sometimes you tend to feel sleepy again because you're tired. Your mind is tired. So I'd like, okay, close my eyes again. And because I put the alarm, soft alarm, for 1 hour, and it was such a shocker. Like I do it 2-3 times and it'll ring slowly. It'll go like a slow. This don't have like a blaring, like, that's not the way you should get out of your state of trance or meditation. I would be so shocked, like, bloody hell, I actually was able to meditate for 1 hour without even knowing it. But then you realize that you did because, obviously you start sweating a little bit more, you kind of, oh, I did go in a state of trance. I did sleep. And then it takes some time to wake up, which is very slow. You have to do it slowly. So after I'd wake up, I would look at my screen again, and then I would try to make that email smaller. Surprisingly, it would work. Maybe not like suddenly, but sometimes it would require me to get up, go for a walk after the meditation, drink tea, come back, look at the screen again. Sometimes just looking at the sun or just looking at something else or just taking your mind away resets your mind. And eventually I bought that email down to a paragraph, a big paragraph. Just imagine, nearly 6 pages. And I wish I'd kept that email. I don't know where that email is. Seriously, I don't want to search now. It's from my old email account, loymachedo@gmail.com. And I sent the email. If you ask me what did I write in that, I think I got to the point. I just said that this is what I recollect. I don't know if it's right. I put something, I believe, I want all of Tony Robbins' coaching material. I want to be a coach or something like that. I've lost everything. I've lost my money. I don't even have money for food, but I believe in Tony Robbins' coaching program. In my situation, I would ask, if you could give me a discount or you could give me for free, but free is not right. All I request is I will buy. I mentioned that I will buy the products. I just request you to consider my situation. Whatever discount you can give me, I'll appreciate. Whatever you can give me complimentary, I'll appreciate. However, if you say no also, I totally understand. But I will buy it. I just, I think I told him, I don't know if that's the exact words. I just leave for you to decide. It's more like I'm leaving the ball in your court. So it was more like the email summary was like, I'm going through a tough time. I don't need enough money to have food to eat, but I believe in that program and I want to certify myself. Um, on the website, there's no discount, nowhere. There's no code. There was nothing. Um, I don't know if they give it during special seasons. Maybe they do. But for me, I couldn't wait for 2-3 months for Christmas or whatever. So I just told them, whatever discount you can give me, great. Whatever you can put in as for free, I'd appreciate. But even if you do decide not to give me a single penny as a discount, I will still buy the program because that's how much I believe in it and I want to change my life. I address it, please, if you could. And I also mentioned, because Tony Robbins' direct email is not there, only customer service. I said, if at the top, I think I mentioned, if you can give this message to Tony Robbins, it would mean a lot to me. That's it. I sent it. And I never thought I would get a response. Seriously. I mean, why the hell would they bother? And I didn't even think they would give me a discount. I don't know, was it the next day or 2 days? I'm not sure. But lo and behold, I got a response. And it was not info or customer service at Tony Robbins, nothing. It was actually a person's name. I can't remember his name. And he sent me this message, which kind of surprised me. He sent me, hey, hi, read your message or something like that. It was very powerful, very inspiring. And he mentioned that, tell me what you want, which are the programs you want. Tell me what all you want, and we'll see what we can do for you. Just 2-3 lines. And he also mentioned Tony sends his regards. So it was not Tony directly, but later on I found out, not sure how, that he was in charge of the product line. All the products, he was in charge. Okay. So I guess the customer service put it to the manager, put it to this thing. Maybe they sent it to Tony Robbins. Maybe Tony Robbins said, this, because he's dealing in millions and billions, like, why the hell he'll deal with one person? So he must have told him, you do what is right. Okay. Maybe he offered him a budget, whatever. But Tony did read it. That much I did find out. He read it and he gave him instructions, although I don't know what it was. So then I went through the website. I jotted down whatever I felt I needed. I think I ordered almost every single thing except the digital products. I'm not sure if it was there, but I wanted the physical product, physical CDs, physical DVDs. I have them to this day. And I mentioned everything. Like I told you, the total cost would have come to $80,000 or $21,000. Okay. Not sure. Maybe it was 25. Okay. And that's what I sent him. And I immediately got a response. We have received, hey, just want you to know, we received your email. We'll get back to you. Okay. Let me calculate and get back to you. I think it was 1 or 2 days. I informed Mr. Arun Shekhar by that time that this is what happened. He was very delighted. He's like, Loy, that's amazing. I'm so happy. Finally, you're making things happen. Okay, good. Let me know what is the total cost. I'll arrange the funds for you. Okay. I waited and I think it was another 24 hours or something. Time difference, Sunday and, those days. Now Dubai is, the holiday is Saturday, half day, Sunday holiday. This is after the Israel Accord and all that nonsense. But before it was Thursday half day, Friday holiday. So for me, there was no holiday, but they were operating on Sunday, maybe half day, or Sundays, Saturday, Sunday, 2 days off. So I had to wait 2 or 3 days. And for me, it was painful because every day I wait, expenses, I'm not earning anything. Finally, I think on Monday or Tuesday, he responded. And to my surprise, I think they had given me 60% discount. I don't remember the exact amount, but I do remember this much because I'd quoted the price, I'd calculate 25,000 or whatever. He bought it down to, I think, 10,000 or less. Again, I'm not sure. I'm being very honest. $10,000 or less. Uh, I got a 60% discount as far as I can remember, 60 plus. And he said, we have a couple of freebies for you. Tony has given his regards. We will bundle it all together. He said, let me know when you can make the payment. There's no hurry. This is how you make the payment. And just keep me posted. So immediately I contacted Mr. Arun. I told him. Mr. Arun told me, I think he told me, come down to the office and we can get it sorted out. Because, I didn't have a credit card, nothing. Went to his office because it had to be made online. You can't do it physically. So here, once again, I'm blank. I don't remember how it was done. I gave him the details I do remember. And did he do the payment? Did the accounts do? Did the secretary do? Someone did the payment. And then he informed me, Loy, the payment has been done. Here is the thing. He forwarded or told me what it was. Once again, I don't remember. And once I said, okay, I didn't have any way to send it through the phone, the confirmation. I came back home. And I sent him the message, yeah, the payment has been done. And I received Loy, we are very delighted. Received the payment confirmation. We will send it across to you. And he asked for the courier details, everything else. Okay. And remember, this was not done through the system because when you pay through the credit card, then they ask for the delivery, shipping, everything. This was all done. I'm doing it on a separate channel. It's not the official one because they don't offer this kind of discount at all. I was dealing with him. But yes, it was not his private payment, this thing. It was, he had given a few details. Like I said, I don't remember. So I waited, and to my surprise, what I assumed would take, I thought it would take 15 days to a month because remember, it's coming from the US. It came down in 2-3 days. He sent it via FedEx or DHL or whatever. Once again, don't remember. And how I came to know that it was sent immediately because I got a call from Mr. Arun Shekhar's office. Loy, there are a couple of things for you. Received it here. Come and collect it. I was not sure what it was, to be honest, because 2-3 days is like, how is it even possible? If you order anything from US and you are staying in Dubai, it'll take you at least, even if you go Amazon priority, like 5 days, now 5 days, 7 days, or 3 days, whatever it is. That time, and this was not Amazon. I was expecting 1 month, minimum 15 days. When he called me in 2-3 days, I didn't know what to expect. I was not sure what it was to collect. Went there, and all these boxes, So I was very happy. You feel happy you got some gifts or something. So I was like very happy what all these boxes were. Mr. Arun said, maybe it's your course, all that. I said, I'm not sure. So he said, yeah, you take it home and just open it and see what it is. So I didn't want to open it in the office because there were too many. As soon as I took it home, very eager to open, I was shocked. It came back so fast. And some things which you may not know, Tony Robbins actually gave me quite a number of freebies like notebooks, note taking, some of his older publications, like I think some of the older books he gave for free, some courses like Rapid Learning Method. It's a big box. I have these boxes. Yeah, it's all outside. And he gave me his photographed Loy, all the best, or something like that. Just love Tony Robbins. Maybe he didn't put Loy, but I remember the photograph. So I was very happy. Like a fanboy. So now here's the good part and here's the stupid part. Okay. I want to keep it real. I don't want to mislead you guys. Um, he had sent me so much material. I was eager to go through all the material, but remember, I'm living I'm living on borrowed money. I'm living on borrowed favor. I'm living on other people's kindness. I have to earn. I don't have the luxury to sit at home and only study and practice coaching on nothing. I have to do it, right? So as I was reading, as I was listening to the CDs, those days CDs, um, and the iMac, I think I had to purchase an external device because iMac didn't have a CD reader. So as I was taking down notes and all that, I also had to start going and conducting training programs. And remember, I was dressed up like this, simple clothes and all that. I needed opportunities to conduct training programs, and nobody would pay me. Nobody would pay me because why should they? They don't need it. I'm pitching to them. And my pitch was I'll do it for free on a off day. You don't have to pay me a single penny. And if you do find value, if you can either give me what you feel is right. This is the value of my coaching program, $500. I used to tell them, 1,500 or $500. This is what I need. You don't have to pay me this. Instead of paying me this, you invest it into snacks and coffee, and because it's a company, they have a budget. And when you're calling people on an off day, you can't just make them sit. You have to take care of their food and everything. And I'd ask them trophies, prizes, as I conduct a few games, team games. So instead of paying me, you do all this. And if you feel it benefited them, then you pay me something, something. So I told Mr. Arun Shekhar also about this, and he was very gracious enough for me to conduct training programs at his own company. He had asked one or two people for me to conduct training programs at their company, but they must have said no. I did manage to get. I don't know if you know these brands. You can Google search Landmark Group. I don't know how I managed to get to them. They are very snobbish, like very fashion driven. There's this guy who I don't like very much. His name is Riaz, I think. There are a couple of stories which I will not mention, should not. I can get into trouble. But there was another guy, I can't remember his name. He was the manager. I have photographs of this, but out of privacy and confidentiality, I'll not share. I don't know how, I'm telling you, without any certification, without any legal papers, I conducted a training program. And yes, I made a lot of blunders because it was my first coaching stint in a corporate level. I did make some mistakes. I'll tell you one mistake. When I was to conduct these coaching programs, there are these managers and heads of companies of different departments. And there was this white, I think she was American or I don't know, European, maybe British lady, blonde, like an idiot. As I was conducting these programs, they find value. I said blondie. I shouldn't have said that. I was just getting carried away. Instead of saying ma'am or miss or whatever, I said blondie. So that was not taken well. And I think after I said that, they ended my uh, coaching stint, even though they liked my training content, because she complained and said, I'm sorry, this is not professional language. So it was not all smooth sailing. It was not like I did things perfectly. Some places I conducted the training for free once a week. I would try during the week, they would only give me the off day. Mr. Arun Shekhar would give me after office hours during working day. Some places they would allow me to come after office hours, but it would be 1 to 2 hours. There were places where people didn't give me anything. They didn't pay me anything for the coaching conducted. They said thank you. They would give me a courtesy. They would just drop me because I didn't, they would just drop me maybe a thank you box of chocolates or some shit like that. Some places I would even tell them, instead of paying me, can you give me another reference? But where I contacted the owner or decision maker directly, he would actually compensate me. I remember I told you in my previous episode 3, or where I cried about that Muslim man helping me. My trouser, my jeans trouser, was torn from the middle of the zipper down to the inner thigh. It was so big. I didn't have a jeans, and when I did the splash landmark group, they give these their fashion clothes and all that. So the guy who helped me get the gig, he was the manager or something. So I told him privately when I was sitting, he's like, did you enjoy and everything? I did total of 3 to 4 sessions, but the third one, I think I messed up with that blondie. They gave me a fourth one, but after that they told me no more, because it was a complaint, formal complaint, that I called that female blondie. But they didn't escalate it because, they didn't want to make it a big issue. So they killed that issue by giving a formal apology. They asked me to apologize. Not in writing, but, I had to tell them. So when I was speaking to this guy, he's very much like a little bit gay. Like, people who are into fashion. Hi, how are you? And all that. But he was a senior manager. He took me to a Splash store. I told him that my jeans were torn. I told him, I'm embarrassed to tell you this, but since you have a store, can you give me, I'll buy a jeans trouser. Can you give me a discount? He was surprised that I had asked him this, but he took me with him, and he didn't charge me any money for it. I took one jeans trouser from there. One. He asked me to take 2. Did I take 2? I'm not sure. I'm being honest with you. I don't remember. But I did take 1. I think I took 2. Not too sure. But yeah, I had 1. At least 1, as far as I can remember. It's so long back, man. But it felt good. I bought I didn't bring the tight one like Levi's. It's too tight. I bought a little loose one. Giordano, slightly stretchy. Slightly. It's not rubbery like, it's original jeans. Okay. And I bought a little loose one. And 2, 3 black shirts like this. Oh, Splash gave amazing black shirts. When I had money, I purchased them. And until I was able to keep in touch with him, he used to give me 40% discount. But that one he gave me for free. So yeah, after getting Tony Robbins, all that material, I think I went through almost 40% of the material. But then once I started to get busy with the sessions, you remember, some were free, some were paid. The ball was rolling in, and I was able to slowly build myself up. And when I got my first payment, I went to Mr. Arun Shekhar. I think it was a check AED, 1,500. I'd done Google by then. I'd done Oracle by then. I'd done LNG. I'd done Samsung small group, not at the official office. It's funny how I managed to get all this without a trade license, through people's kindness, through the loopholes of the system. People would never believe that a tattooed guy with no education would do this. They give me an exception. And here's the thing which will shock you. You remember I had taken the money to do certifications, right? To be coached by people. I contacted every single training company, most were run by Goras, whites. And man, they were charging like 5,000 dirhams a day, 5,000, 8,000. And I really thought these certificates were worth it. Well, guess what? I did all of them. Even one of them, you'll fall down from your chair if I tell you this. The cost for it itself, 15-day program, 15 or 20-day, I think it was 85,000 plus dirhams, which went up to 100 or 120 dirhams, 120,000 dirhams. And he had told me that it's a complete stack of certificates. I know that guy. I still have his name. He has been conning people left, right, and center. He does all the woo stuff. In the name of coaching, he'll give you like trance certification or inner healing or spiritual, or how you can attract uh, the universe, magnification, or healing chakras. I didn't know all this was bullshit. That is number one. Because come on, I'm just starting off, and I have to have an open mind. I can't say this is bullshit, that is bullshit. So I went through literally all these kind of trainings. I paid that guy. Just imagine, he knows my situation. I wrote to these guys and I told them the same thing which I wrote to Tony Robbins. I don't have money. But none of them gave me anything for free. Discount. The maximum I remember, I'll not give the name of the training program, but they give me 3% or 5%. Nothing else. Now here's a shocker. After spending all that money, and they would hold it in all these 5-star hotel, address hotel, or like all 5-star. I can't even get their names here. In Jumeirah, all the big hotels are there, 5-star. Food was good, buffet was good, everything was good. But here's the sad, shocking part. After getting all those certificates, and when I presented it to, I told the company is Google, Oracle, all these places. They said you have to get it certified from the ministry. I inquired about getting it certified from the ministry. And lo and behold, I found out this has no value. You remember that guy who I told you from South Africa, white guy, who gave me the stacks of certificates, that the chakra, inner healing, magnification, blah, blah, all that training. He told me this is recognized by the university, by the ministry, by the governments, that it'll make me a certified coach. I found out that it was all bullshit. Yeah. It was just a printed out certificate, printed paper, looked very fancy with some stamp and all that bullshit. He was just fucking conning people. Just imagine if he took 100,000 per person and there are 40, 50 people in each coaching class of his, how much money was he minting? I got cheated by people left, right, and center. I was not aware of it. My so-called closest best friend cheated me of, I think, 7 or 8,000 dirhams. He told me he'll get me Google certified. He took it and he never returned it. Talk about friends. But overall, after all the ups and downs, remember, life is not just smooth sailing. There's always ups and downs. After all these ups and downs, I finally was getting the ball rolling, making some money. I told you, I went to Mr. Arun Shekhar. I got 1,500 dirhams. I went to him to give it to him, my first earnings. I told him, sir, this is my first earnings. And I had tears in my eyes. I told, sir, you give me food to eat. You give me, here's my earnings. You can deduct it from whatever money you gave me. I just need a little bit for petrol and all that, but I'm giving it to you. He also had tears in his eyes. He said, Loy, this is for you. He's saying, I never asked you back. He's saying, I never gave you money for you to give me back. I don't want I want you to succeed. That is your promise to me. I don't want the money. You're going to use and you're going to succeed. Just imagine, I'm paying the guy his own money back. He is refusing. It was an emotional moment. I did cry. He also had tears in his eyes, and I also $1,500 first check. And that was one of the drawbacks of the corporate world, because if you do a corporate gig, you don't get paid immediately. You get paid after 2 weeks, 1 month, some even 3 months. But all this led for me to slowly build my life, slowly earn money. But that led to then the ultimate disaster, the ultimate. If you check on Google, no, 2011 Loy Machedo suicide, it led me to that guy with the fake degrees. You remember I told you, no, that certificates I got from these guys, I had to get it attested. So when I was searching for attestation companies, those days in Dubai, in UAE, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Malayali guy, somehow I don't know why, it is all Malayalis, then North Indians started to jump in. They would give fake degrees, fake diploma, fake degree, fake MBA, fake PhD, fake documents to migrate. And they would attest these. Like, just imagine you get a printed piece of paper which is worth nothing. I print it out and I give it to you, and I put some fake stamp, and I say your name, Rajesh Daruwala has completed this, or Joseph Alexander has completed this certification program, signed by chancellor and this and that, in a letter, in a kind of a letterhead kind of certificate. It's worth zero. Okay, fake. But if I give it to these fake attestation companies, they will pay the bribes from the embassy to the consulate to the foreign affairs to everyone. They have their contacts. You're talking of, I'm 40, 2011, no? 2011. Today's 2025. So 23 years ago? No, 14 years ago, 13 years ago. Yeah, 13, 14 years ago. They used to advertise in the papers. I submitted all this to the FBI, CIA, whatever. They didn't give a fuck. Yeah. I have the ads, I had all of it. And that's how my interview came in CoffeeZilla. No? If you type CoffeeZilla, Loy Machedo, I shared all the certificates, everything with him. So now you know how did I end up bumping into him. I tried to certify these certificates which were worthless, 85 or whatever of them. And then I found out that this guy's attestation also gives a fast track. This is the actual name that they use it. Fast track MBA. You don't need you don't need diploma, you don't need degree. You'll get your MBA in 6 months. Seriously. They used to put these ads in UAE those days. And they would have the name Indira Gandhi University, Mahatma Gandhi University, Mahatma Gandhi someplace, Bihar, Mahatma Gandhi Andhra, Mahatma Gandhi University in, say, Kallur. Example, they would have a website, or they would have English names like the Richardson University in Georgia from USA. Certification, you'll get it, but you have to enroll with this guy in India, whatever. The final exam will be held there. And because I was doing this training program, I pitched the idea that, because if I have to certify all this, it costs a lot of money. They were taking shitloads of money. Imagine for a fake, which I didn't know at that time, fake diploma, fake degree, fake MBA. Each one cost 10,000 dirhams, 15,000 dirhams, 20,000 dirhams. There's different slots. Basically, they just want your money. They'll give you some ready degree, whatever pricing. So I pitched in, okay, I'll conduct a training program. Same like how I wrote to Tony Robbins. Can we have a barter deal? And I said I wanted to speak to the owner. And that's how I bumped into the legendary owner of that. He's still there, by the way. And guess what? This is the shocker. He has an actual, get a load of this. The guy didn't even finish schooling. Malayali guy didn't even finish schooling. Makes 1 million per month. 1 million per month dirhams. He has completed his Harvard, not fake, real Harvard. He has got a real Harvard degree from Harvard with photograph, everything. You'll be like, what the fuck are you talking? That's the power of money. That should give you an idea. If you have money, I don't know whether he got it like a so called honorary, or I don't know how he managed to fool them, con them. He still runs his universities online. Still runs. I'm very sure he must be making around 1 million because there are too many players. But yes, thanks to the efforts that I put and the investigative journalist Mazhar Faruqi, all this got exposed and the business got hampered. But because I try to take, they say, panga with people in power, he could have had me. The only thing I owe to him is he didn't get me killed. He could have got me killed. He got me deported anyway. You can check 2011 Loy Machedo suicide. It's in YouTube channel. I was deported to India and once again back on the streets. And I have to take the blame for it because he gave me an offer I couldn't refuse as a training director, as a branding director. That's one mistake I made in life. Easy money. And I gave up on my dreams for money, which you should never do. But you see how one thing led to another, led to another. Trying to certify these certificates led me to going to this attestation company, which was also issuing through their another branch fake degrees. And then how I approached them and thought, oh, if I get a MBA that is certified and legal for 10,000 or 20,000, whatever, then I can be a certified coach. And then I gave the same pitch that I offered Tony Robbins, which worked in some places, didn't work in some places. And then I said, I want to meet the owner, conducted a training program. He liked me and gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. He was very smart. He would take me for dinners. He would make me drive his Range Rover. He would take me to all the expensive places and get me to open up. He was a master at reading manipulation business. He'd find all my dreams, my aspirations, just like how, all these online gurus, the Andrew Tates and the Thai Lopez and Grant Cardones, they will ask you your deepest fears. They'll ask you what you want. What are your dreams? You want to earn 7-figure income? You want to travel the world? You want to be successful? You want to have a decent house? You want to have a family? Once they find out what you really love, they'll give it back to you and say, I'll give you all this. I'll give you a Range Rover. Loy, I'll give you a villa, 3-bedroom villa. I'll give you servants. I'll give you a visa, your own visa. You'll be a manager. You want a title, director. I'll make your dream come true. You don't have to report to anyone. You will have your own big mansion, room. It's like a man cave. Who'll say no, man? You ask a guy who's hungry, you'll give him food. You think he'll say no? I made that mistake of, I had my vision, my dream, and I was working slow and steady towards my dream of being what I am today, that time. But in came in this, monkey wrench and said, hey, listen, this is your dream. Forget your dream. I'll give you money. Big money, house, now. No need to wait for 10 years, Loy. Now, Range Rover, 3 bedroom villa, servants. You'll fly all parts of India. You'll be the director. Like a fool. I He played me well. I don't blame him. I made the decision. But I'm not going to make another video because I've already spoken about this on CoffeeZilla. And but yeah, you see, even if you succeed and you get things right, that doesn't mean life will become like a perfect movie, like happily ever after. You can still make mistakes again. But anyway, this final chapter that I wanted to share with you was how Tony Robbins helped me. I was able to start my career, and yes, the infamous part of getting in touch with this guy who did the fake degrees, which you're very well aware of the story. It's already there. Loy Machedo, fake degree certificate. Just type Loy Machedo, fake degrees. You'll get all the videos. Don't want to repeat it again. So, in chasing my dream, these are things. This is how my life went up and down, up and down, up and down. I hope it gave you value. As promised, I told you I will share everything. Let me just conclude by giving you maybe the final moral of the story. The whole conclusion. Before I do that, I've always asked you this favor. If you can, it would mean a lot to me. Just type below, I've listened to the whole video. Just be truthful. Don't put it for the namesake. Say, I watched the whole video or I listened to the whole video. And if it helped you, anything specific, anything stood out, whatever, because that's how you communicate with me. So, anyway, let me give you the final message. So, what have I learned from all this? There are a lot of lessons I can say. I can tell you believe in yourself, be persistent, the power of asking. If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. Your friends and known relatives will never help you. It's unknown angels will be there. Have the courage to pursue your dreams. Or I can even tell you that every day is a new day. Don't think that just because you sorted your problem, everything is done. There'll always be some new headache, some new challenge. Life will have its ups and downs. If I could choose just one lesson which is important for me. For you, you can get whatever. This is what I would leave you with. You know, I I'm just like you. I was born into a family I never chose. One lucky sperm out of millions of billions. I came into this world. I didn't choose my parents. Unfortunately, in my case, turned out to be the worst, shittiest parents. Nobody believed in me. I was supposed to be a mistake. I made all the mistakes you can think of. All you just think maybe only tattoos. Made so many mistakes here. If I believed what my teachers, my tutors, what society, what my parents, if I believed what they said, I shouldn't even be a toilet cleaner. I should be in a mental asylum. In fact, even my own mental condition, which I didn't know, ADHD, I didn't know existed. There's no internet. I had it. I still do. And if you actually look at it, it is impossible. The actual word impossible for me to have survived. Forget earn money, survived. Being molested, being raped, sexually beaten and bloodied by that stepfather of mine, ignored by my own mother, sitting and crying from the age of 7, looking up at the stars with full blood and wanting to kill myself. In fact, even meeting that guy and trying to end my life. I shouldn't be alive. In fact, even after coming to Thailand, how many times I had brushes with death? 5? From food poisoning to not being able to breathe. I was actually going to die. So if you look at it logically, they say cat has 9 lives. I shouldn't be alive. Forget successful, forget earning a living, forget having a family, alive. But I didn't let um, my past failures define me. In fact, I didn't think about them at all. If I'd failed, failed. Try again. I try again, I fail, try again. I fail, try again. Every day is a new day. Get up, try again. I made some really dumbass mistakes. Really dumb. So shamefully dumb. Like I told you, I lost the money and someone giving me free money and I trust someone and he takes the money and runs off. I did all these courses, chakra and manifestation. It's all stupid here. These are dumbass mistakes. You laugh at me now, but at that time, where did I know that it was fake? They told me it was certified by the government. Ministry, they show me the papers. I believe them. They show me papers. I didn't know this is all fake. And if when you see a movie, it's like, okay, he did bad, worse, everything down, and then he rises up like a phoenix and happily ever after. Real life is not like you go bad, worse, down, and you come up. It's not happily ever after. Again, you'll go down. And maybe you'll go down even worse. And then when you come up and you come really up, and then you'll make even a worse mistake. And life is like that, man. How many mistakes I made after that? So the point I'm trying to make here is every day is a new day. Nobody is going to believe in you, man. Nobody is going to believe in you. Your your past success means jack shit. You can have a million, you can have whatever. You can have the girls, you can have the guys, you can have the money in the bank account. One fucking click and everything will go. Every one mistake. Someone emptied your bank account. Someone blamed you for a crime you never committed. You got sued. You got a false allegation. You made a mistake. You got an accident. You're hospitalized in the ICU. You got paralyzed. You're about to die. People think, they're invincible. They think nothing is going to happen to me, man. I'm genius. All others are fuckers. I'm smartest. No. You will fail so many times. It's not even funny. But you need to. Nobody's going to carry you. Nobody's going to lift you. You have to do it by yourself. So every day is a new day. Just get back up. One more round. Like, that Rocky movie, no? I want you to see that. It's on YouTube, the Rocky montage. One more round. I think Rocky 5 or 6, which was a flop. He fights against this guy and They show the montage. Tan, 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 tan. He gets up. It's very inspiring. Or when Rocky talks to his son, which was supposed to be the last Rocky, he talks to his son and says, I held you in my arms. You're so small. And you need to be the man. You need to fight it out. You need to get up and try one more round. And every step of the way, you learn and become a better human being. You may think you know everything. You may think you're so smart ass. Oh, I have this car, I have this girl, I have this. Even today, at the age of what, 49, going to be 50, there's not a day where I learn something new. In my gym, you saw, no, that Instagram photo, that guy with six-pack abs. He looks like that movie, Prometheus, how that creature looked like. He's 68. He's going to be 70 years old. He can do pull-ups with a 220 plates hanging. No steroids. He has trained every day. When I see people like that, I'm like, fuck, man. Look at me and look at them. There's always someone better than you, smarter than you, sharper than you. Not just millionaire, billionaire. It's a mix of so many things. We only tend to focus on Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Alex Hormozy and Grant Cardone, Thai Lopez, millions. What you're not aware of, life has more to it than there is cancer, there is accidents, there is death, there is depression, there is betrayal, there are court cases, there is failure. Life is a struggle. Just need to go through it and, like this, one more round. Fight one more round. I believe in myself. Not like, hey, come on, Loy, you can do it. Come on. No. I believe in myself in the sense that every day when I get up, I know there are critics. I know there are haters. I know there are people who laugh at me. I know there are people who tell me all sorts of shit. Don't think for a minute. I don't have fears. I don't have doubts. I'm very scared. And that fear drives me. I'm being honest with you, heart to heart. I don't know if I will have my next customer. I don't know if I will earn tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be relevant. People say AI will replace you, Chat GPT will replace you, Open AI. Forget all that, yeah. Forget. You're telling me about technology. Maybe people will lose interest. Maybe people will just stop. Maybe they will lose interest in like Loy Machedo. Like, how many of us had our favorite singers? Like, see what happened to that. What, Nelly Furtado? She was so slim and sexy, and now she's like an elephant. People's tastes change, preferences change. I don't have to worry about AI and open this, and maybe people will get bored of me. Maybe forget that. If people don't get, maybe I'll be hospitalized. Maybe I'll be paralyzed. Maybe I'll have an accident. I'll lose all my fingers. Maybe I'll be blind. What if I'm blind? What do I do? Tell me, if I'm blind, there is a blind guy who begs everything. He's like this, and he sings. You don't have fingers. What do you do? I know you must be like, Loy, don't jinx, man. Come on. These are realities, man. I have known people who one day normal, next day lost their hand. There was this neighbor of mine, female, 20 something, jailed for life. For life. Because the company that she was hanging out with were into drugs. A 20-year-old, innocent girl, foreigner, is going to be released after 35 years. Just Google search Thai prisons. What's her life? An accident can finish you off. A bad incident. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But it does happen, right? How many people in the Air India crash knew that it was their last? You remember that doctor, both the doctors, they're going to start a new life with their children, took the selfie, very happy, and just few minutes later finish. So I'll just conclude by telling you this. You and I have just one life. Just one. Okay? We just have one life. There will be assholes, there'll be good people, there'll be bad people, there'll be haters, there'll be believers, there'll be doubters. You'll go through ups, you'll go through downs, you'll succeed, you'll fail. But every day is a new day. Nobody is going to lift you up. Nobody is going to tell you you can do it. Nobody is going to, yay. You have to do it by yourself. You have to be your own man. And whether like this, whether you can do it, whether you believe you can do it, you're right. If you believe you can't do it, also you're right. Both the ways you're right. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody cares. So if you get up in the morning and you say, I'm going to do it again, nobody cares. If you get up in the morning and say, I can't do it, cry, and nobody cares. They'll only care when you achieve success, when you achieve the millions, when you become successful, when you are relevant. Like today, everyone's talking about me shit or good or kissing my ass or hating me because I'm there. When I was on the streets, when I was hungry, when I was thirsty, when I was a nothing, nobody. Anyone bothered? Nobody. Only now when I'm relevant. So you define your life. You define what you want to do. You choose. My title, no, the biggest mistake I made when pursuing my dream. If you want to pursue something that's worth life, there is a price to pay, there's a risk. There's no reward without risk. And the chances of you failing are very, very high. Today, I have a perfect wife, more or less perfect. I have a perfect baby. I'm living a perfect life. I took a lot of risks to get this. And man, each one was a failure before I achieved success. You see me sitting here talking to you, YouTube, get up when I like, sleep when I like. I'm the man of my dreams, earning $237 an hour. Happy. You think it was easy? Does that mean finish? Now Loy will not make any more mistakes? You have no idea how many people are waiting for me to make a mistake. How many people are waiting? His YouTube channel should get banned. He should get jailed. He should fail. He should have an accident. His wife should dump him. His daughter should die. His daughter should become a prostitute or bar girl. Loy should have cancer. He insulted our gods. Oh, never ends here. As it is, you have enough and more challenges in life. You have your own struggles. Then you have all these freeloaders. They have nothing else to do. Anyway, they are not happy with their life. I've lived my life on my terms. I've lived my life on my terms. If I were to die now, if this was the last video, I lived my life on my terms. If you can say that, no? If you who's watching can say, if I die now, I told everyone who I love them, fine. I did everything I wanted. Who I to tell, fuck off, I told them. I wanted to eat this meal, I ate. I wanted to have sex here, I did. I wanted to go to this place, I did. If you can literally say that, I've done everything I wanted, I'm ready to die, then you're living your life. If you can say right now, if someone told me, I have few more hours to live, or this is the last day, or this is the last month. And if you can say, yeah, it's okay. I don't want to change a thing. I'm just happy. I'm doing perfectly what I want. And even if someone gives me, I'm telling you this, someone gives me $10 million and says, Lloyd, this is my last will for you. Keep the 10 million. I'll still make these videos. I'll still do this. I'll still get up in the morning. I'll still make the videos. I'll still chat with people, clients, customers. Nothing will change because I'm living my dream. I had this client who told me, hey, what the hell, man? You're just earning $237 per hour, $100 a day or whatever. What a crap life here. I'm earning millions of dollars. You remember the example, no? One man lying down and he has put his fishing hook in the thing. And other guys come on, we can build an industry and all that. Same thing. You become rich, and then what do you do with all that richness? You relax, take it easy, enjoy life. I'm enjoying life. I'm not in my comfort zone. I work my ass off 12, 14, 16 hours a day. See, my video is 90 minutes. Do I need to do this? Majority will not look at this video. I don't give a fuck because I'm doing it because I love this. If you can live a life like that, then it's a life worth living. Do you know your purpose? Do you know what you want to do? Do you have your daily schedule, your daily routine, whatever? Not that gimmick or daily routine, put your face in the ice and lemon and that muscular guy, what bullshit. No, I don't need to advertise my daily routine. I'm happy. If every day what you do gives you that joy, of living, even if you eat one bowl of rice, you'll be happy. Sorry I dragged the video so long, but this is going to be the last one in the series, so I thought I'd share this video. I'm not sure how many of you are going to watch this video right up to the end here. But please, my request to just be honest. Just let me know that you watched 90 whatever minutes. That is the only blessing, the thank you I will get. And even if you didn't watch the whole video, there's nothing to be ashamed. It just, for me, I made a 90-minute video to know it'll bless. Even if I'm telling you honestly, if only one person puts, why I watched 95 minutes, whatever. And as I end this video, I sincerely hope from my sincerely that something in my video will help you change for the better. You don't have to be my client, don't have to pay me. But as long as it blesses you and someone in your family, it's worth it. I only made this video so that tomorrow if I die, or if I die now, my daughter can watch these videos and learn. And people who are genuine, who can't afford, their lives will be blessed. All right? Hope you enjoyed the last and final chapter of this series. You guys take care. Who knows, tomorrow I'll come out with another series. Yalla.